Oh, by the way, you're going to London. The film's going to be at the BFI Flare Festival. What was that initial reaction like?
I was so stoked. I mean, it's been on my list to come to London anyway. So then when I heard from Nick, I was like, you're kidding me. Like, I actually seriously don't think there would have been a better city or especially festival for the world premiere of our film. So I think we're all feeling very lucky and excited.
We were over the moon. We're just so excited. It's such an honor to be here, especially at the 40th anniversary. I've been just giving a lot of thought to the fact that 40 years ago, anyone making and screening queer films were just so bold and brave and, you know, blazing trails for people like me these days to make movies. So it means a lot to be here this year.
We were so thrilled. I feel like BFI Flare is the place for this film. I feel like people are going to connect to it, people are going to resonate with it. And for us, it was important to, have a crowd that would understand it and would have fun with it too. And this feels like a celebration, and it doesn't feel like a very critiquey, niche kind of festival, and that's what we love about it.
I follow the British Film Institute on Instagram. I don't follow that many accounts on Instagram. I started, and I like seeing their updates and things like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. You make these independent films, and then you hope that they can finish, because sometimes you only make a movie with part of your funding. Like you don't even have the budget to finish the post-production. It's guerrilla filmmaking. So the movie finishing and being completed is a win.
All of these little symbols are sort of, this is like a lone wolf and howling at the moon. This is a palm tree that was sort of part of a sign of the Oasis Hotel, which was, it sort of doubled as a lot of locations in our movie, but that was sort of our big base camp every day. This is a scorpion in a mason jar, and this is the cowboy hat. And yes, seeing the film, it'll be like a little Easter egg hunt of what all those things are. But that experience was very meaningful. So yeah, I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I'm happy to have it remind me of that time.
To play Cliff, I wanted to have some firsthand, someone who's been through like certain relationships with women and men, and not that Nick is bi, but my character is, and I needed to understand what I wanted to represent with Cliff. And so I think it was really about the conversations that we had prior to shooting that kind of created that character that made him real and made him feel real.
Especially with there's so much happening in the world, and a lot of pushback on work that has been over so many years. We've been kind of getting to this place, and it's just all the more reason that we have to stand strong. We have to come together. I think the most important thing I say is if we're in the queer community, we have to realize we're a family. We got to get rid of this infighting, any kind of this or that or whatever. We have to, because for the longest time, the only people who kind of were family to queer people were other queer people. The world said no, right? So it is so vital and important, and especially in the arts, to be telling these stories, to be standing strong, to be being on stage, proud. And so I think that's everyone here. Truly.
It's very dry. Yeah, the humor is very sprinkled in. I always saw it as it's pretty dramatic and a little burst of humor sprinkled out. So it's not a full-on comedy or anything, but there's just a little dark, dry humor spliced in. Yeah.
That kind of balance, is that something that you're playing around with in the script, or any acting?
Yeah, it was something that was always there in the script, and it was something that, I played around with a lot in the script. It was always part of the concept. I think the character of Cliff, there's a certain absurdity to his experiences, and there's a certain humor and silliness to being in love with someone who doesn't love you back that I wanted to tap into. It was always important to me to kind of draw out some of the absurdity of that.
I was really excited about it. The first time I actually read the script, I didn't catch the humor that much just because I was so enthralled with Cliff's story. And then a second read, I was like, oh my God, yeah, there are little comedic bits and it's fun. And I really found out how brilliant Nick was in his writing. And yes, it was a challenge, but it was honestly it's one of the funnest sets I've ever been on. It's shooting in location, being with the same crew for 30 days, in this amazing place, Cache Creek, which is so like I think people have already said, but it feels like the moon. It's like this place that it doesn't feel like it's real, and to be living and to be working and going through this with the whole crew for 30 days was just it was awesome.
Yeah, we're so excited for it to be here. I feel like this audience will appreciate this film. I'm hoping so, and I'm hoping that people keep coming back to it, because I do feel like this film kind of keeps revealing itself the more you spend time with it.
It's my first time seeing it on a really big screen, and it's our first time showing it to an audience, so we're all jittery and excited.
Nervous, excited.
Very nervous, also very excited, hoping to keep the nerves in check, but probably will fail at that, but we'll see.
Look, no matter how long you do this, I don't think the nerves ever go away. I think it's a very important thing, or a human thing, and it's just learning how to just ride the wave of all of that. And so, I think we're all nervous, but it's good energy. It means we care,
I haven't seen the movie with an audience, so I'm really excited to see the first reactions, get some notes. But no, I think we're just really happy and thrilled to be here.